think the key qualities that you need to be a success in the chemical industry, you've got to have enthusiasm for the subject, you have to think innovatively, you've got to have an interest in maths and science.
An enthusiasm for wanting to get out there, get your hands dirty, see everything, take everything in, so that's really important. You know, if you're a sort of shy person anyway, it's really going to build your confidence. Another thing is you need to work with so many different teams of people that you really have to be somebody that gets on well with people, you're able to understand where people are coming from, so good people skills is really essential too.
You need to be enthusiastic and hard-working. You need to be able to work both as an individual and as a large team. You need dedication and reliability.
Graduates that join the industry, and particularly joining Dow, do have an opportunity to make an impact on the world. I don't want that to sound too grandiose a statement, but I genuinely believe that chemistry is the answer. And by employing the best, brightest minds, people that can apply science to find the right solutions in a sustainable manner, are really going to be the people which define the products and services that we need to live going on in the future. So for new graduates entering the industry, there's tremendous opportunity, and I think the biggest opportunity is that to make a difference with regard to generations to come.
So you've got your new job, congratulations. You've been assigned your parking space, had your business cards printed up, got a brand new pine veneer desk, put your request in for a more aesthetically pleasing and orthopaedic chair. And now you're settling into your new job. But with all your creature comforts catered for, what's your first 6 months on the job going to be like?
I work as a mechanical engineer in a power station, which is part of a large oil refinery. My current role is an asset care engineer, so basically I'm responsible for looking after all of the equipment in the power station. It's a little bit like running a car, so I have to make sure the car goes in for its MOT on time. I have to, you know, think about how we operate, try and be more efficient, so you know, you drive your car at 60 miles an hour, you know, you get there slower but you save more petrol. I also work in a large team, so we have chemical engineers, electrical engineers, need to work with all of them, and again look after all the equipment, make sure that it's all working correctly.
Since I came here, I started doing a number of small projects where I was fairly closely monitored to make sure that I knew the systems, and so I did things like I moved a tank for them and piped it up. So I sorted out all the mechanical work, the cranes and some of the I&E scope, and then really they've given me lead to do bigger and bigger projects. So I've last year done about a £500,000 project to install some new equipment, and I got to go over to Germany and pick out the equipment, specify it, test it, and then we went out for prices and then got it installed. I looked after all the mechanical work, the schedule. I also get very involved with what we're going to do, not just doing it, but coming up with innovative solutions.
For me, each day is completely different. That's why I love my job. I'm not going to know what I'm going to be doing that day until I get in the office and find out. So let's just take yesterday. So I started off in the morning and then I was needed out on site to check a few of our overhauls that are going on. Had a few issues and things that we needed some engineering support on. So that was good. So straight out in the morning, out into my overhauls. Then down into the workshop as well, still in my overhauls. We have some rotating equipment which is being overhauled. So I was having a wee look around there. And back to the office, a few planning meetings. Also coordinating with the different team members in my office. Just working out what kind of jobs we're going to have on for the next sort of week or so. So usually a lot of meetings, a lot of time spent out on site looking at things, so which is my favourite part.
Throughout the career within this company, I've had various roles, from practical, on-the-job, hands-on roles to using computer-aided design and various computer systems to help to design and control the chemical plants. I've done considerable amount of training, both in-house with the company and externally through colleges, etc.
On a day-to-day basis, you can be working with different types of people. You can be working in different parts of the country, different parts of the world. Also, on a day-to-day basis, I'd be doing various different things. I might be speaking to the operators out on the plant one minute and then doing a presentation to operators, giving them some training, or in fact I could be doing some design calculations because we might be having an issue on the plant. I want to know why it's not performing in the way that it should actually be performing.
Looming large like a big shadowy ogre carrying a loom is the constant spectre of what's become known as the Great British Skills Shortage, the lack of a highly skilled, adequately trained workforce that seems to cut across all sectors of British industry like a broadsword through a Battenberg cake. It doesn't take a brain surgeon, rocket scientist or any one of those proverbial brain boxes to figure out that you're not going to be the only one applying for a job. In fact, you're more likely to be one of thousands of hopeful job seekers throwing their hats into the ring and hoping that the ringmaster doesn't feed them to the lions. Many of us will finish our stint in education, no matter how lengthy or fleeting, without a clue what we want to do in the world of work. Careers advice, in whatever guise it may take, can be a godsend for the misguided or uninformed. The stats show that almost 90% of over 16s will be provided with some kind of careers advice before they leave school. I emphasise the some there because if most people's career advice was anything like mine, then there are a lot of people out there that were told they could only be good as a secretary or a gardener. So, what advice have our insiders got for you?
It's hard to say that somebody who's come with perhaps a gap year or some other experience from life will do better than somebody who comes straight out of college to go straight into the chemical industry. But I think it's fair to say that the more experience of life that you have, maybe the quicker that you're able to adapt to the world of work and the world of the chemical industry. Particularly, I think, in an industry where there is this relatively early opportunity to take quite significant responsibility. So I think every experience that you're able to grasp, my advice would be that you should do that. Because I think it will stand you in good stead as an attractive employment prospect to employers in the chemical industry.
You really need to do your background work prior to the interview. So you need to research the company, you need to understand details of its operations, you need to have an idea of the order of magnitude in terms of the size of the operation and the areas where it does business. You need to understand what type of people that they're looking for, and a lot of that information is in the corporate information that you're going to pick up on any company. It gives you an image that they want to project, and it's up to you to understand what type of people that they're looking for.
Work experience can be good, but I think also that you learn as you work, and nothing stays the same. I mean, I have been working for quite a few years and it has changed an incredible amount in the time that I have been working in this industry, and I think that's only good. And it's just you keep learning, bring what experience you have with you and build on that.
If you wanted to come into the chemical industry, you should do the research. There is a very wide range of job opportunities within this sector, ranging from if you wanted to do the mundane, day-to-day, hands-on business, all the way through to the design and the actual construction of the chemical industry in this country.
Just to show your enthusiasm, show your willingness to learn, show that you can solve problems as well, and you can kind of think on your feet. That's really important too.
Work experience is very important, and we like to give the opportunities for people to gain work experience through our student program. This may entail working on a summer internship, or if you're on a sandwich course, to work for a more extended period, over a year say, on a meaningful project which is of value to the company but also gives the opportunity to the individual to do meaningful work and getting understanding of how the company works, meet the people and understand what career opportunities exist and are out there.